Mic check, mic check. Okay, we good. Let's see. Yeah, we're good. Alright, so welcome. Damn, I didn't know it was that loud. Anyways. Welcome. So this game here was suggested to me by a viewer, a follower. I told him I would play it if, it looked interesting enough. So, we beat Chronicles of the Wolf. I'll tie in some of the other stuff of Chronicles of the Wolf later, but for now, I gotta do some grinding on there, and I don't want to keep showing just basic stuff. So, yeah. Guns of Fury. Kinda looks like Metal Slug, but it has some Metroidvania elements. So, we'll see what's going on with this. The world has been in an energy crisis since the start of 2042. All existing sources of energy have proven insufficient for humanity. 2 weeks ago, famous scientist Dr. Klaus made a surprising announcement. The discovery of the tetracell, its energy producing... Oh, well, whatever. Didn't matter. It doesn't matter, I guess, I don't get to read it. Course. What's the controls? Jump, primary weapon. Secondary weapon, melee, throw weapon, ability 1, ability 2, ability 3. Huh. Nice try. Oh, well. Huh. Hmm. What an idiot. What's up, Utina? Just destroy it all. You know, why not? Hell yeah. Pretty much. You doing alright today, Utina? Oh, what the? Came here to vibe. What's up, Vana? Yeah, I'm good for the most part, Utina. Uh-oh, what we got? Where do you think you are going? It's over, Easton. I'm afraid you're too late. Dr. Kloss will be working with us from now on. But there is always time for one more fight. No, let me take care of him. That's enough. No more games. The weapon trials are already underway. Gerhard will deal with this one. That's good to hear, Bonner. Oh. You made a big mistake coming here, boy. Show me what you got. Oh. Oh, God. What a miserable display. Take him away. Well, guess my run is over. No, I'm playing. Oh yeah. Since you're here, what was I gonna say? I could send you more stuff for your playlist, Vana. Just let me know. Uh-oh, we got a pistol. Yeah, there we go. What's all the secrets in here? Okay, cool. I got you. Just whisper me and, you know, I'll send it that way or whatever. Would you like to save? Yes. Game saved. When are we gonna get a knife back? I kind of was enjoying that. Oh, speaking of knives, He ain't gonna give us a knife? Whatever. Oh. Cool. Oh, I can blow up his rocket? That's interesting. I mean, I should be able to, you know. Makes sense. Shotgun. Fire with B button. Consumes ammo. Sorry, he didn't make it. Ooh. Money and jewels? Well, actually, we want to keep that wall where it is. Why not? More jewels. Oh, that's how you feel, huh? Yeah, that's how I feel. Anyways, that looks like a face to me. I don't know why. That was another path. Burger? Oh, man. The door is locked. Oh yeah, Tina. I know I mentioned, you know, a few things in Discord and stuff. What was I gonna say? I got a little bit of a progress report on the whole Dolphin Bar situation. So they asked me to send, you know, send the game that I play, and they'll test it to see what's wrong. They tested it and they only found out that well, not they only. So far they found out that no input besides the home button is working. So finally they see what I've been telling them. So we might be able to get somewhere now. They have to send it to the guy said he sent my message to his engineer and he's gonna see what's going on. So yes, it's now officially an issue that they have to take care of. Which is what I wanted. Mushrooms. Oh man. Because I know it's nothing I did per se. None of my settings are really different. It doesn't really make sense why, you know, the game would just suddenly stop working. Doesn't make sense. And right when we was in the middle of a playthrough too. That sucks. Cause I mean I could run the games in like old Dolphin emulator, but I don't know if that would take from my old save file or what. Like, there's too many questions that need to be answered with that. But yeah, we'll see what happens. So far they testing Sonic Rider Zero Gravity, which, I mean, it's the same problem either way. So, we'll see. At least I know it's being addressed, which is what I wanted. I didn't want them to keep thinking, you know, I'm making shit up, because they was like, oh, we don't see the problem. asked me about everything else. I did a YouTube video displaying what problems I had, explaining it in detail, replicating my issues, showing that it worked in the old emulator and everything. So yeah, I was real thorough with that. Yeah, I'm a real technical person, so it doesn't really bother me per se. But yeah, it was a bit of a chore because they're in a different time zone, because they're in a different part of the world. So like right about now they could be emailing me and I have to like respond, because when I'm getting up for work in the morning, they're leaving work. I think they're in China or something. So yeah, that in itself makes the process that much longer. But you know, I got patience, so it is what it is. Sometimes you gotta do stuff like this to get things done, you know? So it is what it is. Oh, got a knife. Finally. Hey man, you know what time it is, right? What's up, Lakafume? Oh no, 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 no. Yeah, give me that. Lakafume is the one who suggested this game, so yeah. Good suggestion. I showed this to my coworker. Now he wants it. So far, pretty fun. I know, right? I don't know if you ever like looked at my list, but it has a good amount of indie games on it. I probably ain't breaking that. It don't matter though. The list of games that I beat, hell, me talking about Spark the Electric Jester, that's an indie game. I suggest that whole series to most people when they mention games that they should play. I like playing indie games. Hell, the game that I beat last Friday was an indie game. So, yeah. Yeah, it's too trendy. Every time, I mean, there are some AAA games I'll play, but for the most part, I'll just play whatever game is good to me. It ain't even gotta be AAA per se. Some people, if it ain't popular enough, they won't play it, which is strange, because, I mean, most games wouldn't have got known if people didn't try them. But I digress. Hell, the game we played the most on this channel was a AA game, Remnant 2. Me, Counterbearing, and Utina. Anytime we wanted to play Remnant 2, you know, we get it done. But yeah, indie games. I know, life is pain. The Dran are the most sporadic people. Man. Oh, that's a Remnant 2 quote. That's one of the things that one of the enemies that we fight in the Remnant 2 say a lot. And then they set themselves on fire and run right at you. But yeah. You never seen Remnant 2? Huh. Interesting. The series started with a game called Cronus Before the Ashes. And the same thing that they praised Sifu for, which was, what was it? If you die, you age. That game created that. And a lot of people are like, no, Sifu was in development. No, it wasn't. I ain't trying to hear nothing else. But yeah, Cronus started that. The more you die, the older you get. It started that. And that was I guess you could say a Souls-like in some ways, but a looter shooter in other ways. But yeah. Then Remnant From the Ashes was the second game. And then Remnant 2 was the third game. So yeah. Remnant 2 is pretty fun. Remnant From the Ashes was fun too, but it's kind of hard to get weapons in that game sometimes because you gotta re-roll and revisit and all that stuff, and it's like sometimes shit just wouldn't spawn. So Remnant 2 is a lot better about that. At first it took a while, I'm not gonna lie, but it got better about that than compared to like From the Ashes. I like how my phone just flashed like I just picked it up and it's laying down over there. A little weird, but anyways. Yeah, if you curious, go look it up. You'd be like, huh, it's interesting. Alright. It's a game that some people slept on, but you know, that's them. Some people only play games if they're popular enough, and that's on them. Turrets? Okay. Since we talking about Remnant, you think they'll make it to where you could do full melee builds on Remnant 3 whenever that does come out, Utina? What's this? There's a message on the computer from E.W. Axel. The prisoner has escaped. Prepare an ambush for him in the old house near the camp. Mr. Wallace has demanded the situation be contained immediately. Well, Wallace, you might be disappointed. Oh, I see that now. Something else I plan to do, like, soon. I'm gonna mod Sonic Forces, because there's a mod for it called Overclocked Edition or whatever. I'm gonna mod that game and play it on this channel at some point this year. Since I dropped another hard drive in the computer, I have the space for that. I'm gonna also get my Sonic Unleash and rip the files for it and get it on PC so I can do the recompiled version, because I was playing through that at one point in time, but you know, Xbox One up and died somehow. After all the Chronicle being able to jump higher than 5 pixels into the air, Yeah. Are you familiar with the Spark, the Electric Gesture series, Lakafume? I mean, on consoles, which I don't know. You aren't? I'll have to show you after the stream or whatever. Cliffside Fort. Oh, can't. Has some great music in that game. Really great music. The first game has the best music. The second game has pretty good music too. But the third game, music's okay. Some stages are better than others. It's not bad music at all. It's just, it doesn't compare to like the first and second game per se. Because one of the composers that made the soundtrack for the first and second game isn't on like the third game like that. So but yeah, I'll have to show you that. Well, so much for that. The first game is 2D, pixelated or whatever. It was made in an old engine. So it's a fun game, but it can get frustrating at times. And that's only on PC. The second game got re-released on Xbox One of all things. And I'm like, why Xbox? I only say that because some people who own an Xbox only play certain type of games. And that's, people say, that ain't true. But I swear to God it is. Stats say otherwise. If my Xbox was working right now, I'd be able to pull it up and show exactly what I'm saying is true. They'd be like, hey, we need that on Xbox. Why? You're not gonna play it. You're not even gonna play it. If it's not on Games Pass, you're not gonna play it. He is here. Shoot the barrels now. Oh. Oh. I keep running into shit. I know, right? There we go. Health expansion. Okay. I already know what game I'll play after this one. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be a real good game. I ain't gonna even say what it is, but it'll be in the same vein as like Chronicles of the Wolf. Grenade. Throw with the LB button. Can destroy boulders that are blocking the path. Yeah, look at that. Upgrades. No, it's not gonna be that, but it's in the same vein as those games, being like the same style of game. I do need to beat Bloodstain. I'm literally at the end. I just never went back after a certain time. I ain't tired of the game, but yeah. Kinda got a little distracted with other games, that's all. Happens sometimes. I can't wait to see what the second game is going to be like. Well, I say second. The new game is going to be like. You done? We should be hearing something about that soon, right? I think. Yeah, don't feel good, do it. Seeing that barrel roll around makes me think of Donkey Kong. Well, let's go find some stuff. Because we did see a good amount of boulders in different places. Of course not there, but yeah. Oh yeah, I'll say this too. The game I'm talking about is really, the artwork or the art style in the game is really pretty. Let's see. Oh. I think I'll be beating Digimon here this week too. But we won't be done with that because, you know, that's an ongoing game. Now, let me jump in his real quick. Hold on, y'all. Go lurk in this man's chat. There we go. Alright, so let's keep it moving. You got any hopefuls for this Bloodstain game coming out, Lakafume? Yeah, that's about the best approach to it. It's pretty much how I approach most games. We'll see. Speaking of games, there was one that just came out that everybody's talking about, saying it's pretty, made a rando for the first game. Huh. What was I gonna say? The game. What is it? Code Violet? A lot of people are saying it's bad. And I'm like, I kind of hate that. because I was hoping that game would actually be good. But I'll buy it on a sale much later. But I don't know. I have to look and see if it's first person. I really don't mess with a lot of first person games like that. Kind of like seeing my character. Item acquired, area, map 1. Okay. I think that's gonna make them end up going, hey, we need to release this on other things. Because I mean, every game that I've been seeing that was so-called exclusive comes to PC. Lost Soul aside was supposed to be an exclusive game. It's on PC. It dropped the same time on PC. And I'm like, oh, what happened to exclusivity? Not that I care, but I'm just saying. I think that's, yeah. Well, you know, another game from PS4 is Crash Team Racing Nitro Fuel. We need that. Ask Activision if they gonna release it though. No, they're not. Ask Bandai Namco, are they gonna give us the Gundam Versus games on PC? Ask Sony if they're gonna give us Gravity Rush 1 or 2 on PC. But yeah, Medieval definitely needs to be on here. And the crazy thing is, they put the Insane Trilogy on PC, they put Spyro on PC, but you didn't put, oh yeah, Bloodborne as well. But you didn't put CTR. And the game sold well. That'd be the perfect kart racer to put on PC, as sweaty as people get to be. They could sweat to their heart content on that game, but you know, Activision's like, nah. Give them this Call of Duty that they don't really like, you know. Give them that. That'll hold them over, right? Oh. We get to be the Mech Man. There's another, this year I wonder how Valve is even going to manage to release their GameCube with how, I know, I keep seeing something about leaks and stuff, but I'm like, I'm not believing that for now. You know, I'll just take that with a grain of salt. When it comes to the price, man, I hope it's not too much. I know some people really want that. And I'll say this, if you already have a PC, don't get one of those. You already got a PC, so you don't need one. They should postpone it, but you just never know. I would, but you know, they like, oh, it's not gonna be priced like a console. Doesn't matter. Just don't, like, delay it. So you can, you know, still have goodwill with people. I know some people be like, well, that don't matter because, you know, people gonna buy it. Look, if it's too damn expensive, it's too damn expensive. We got Microsoft out here dropping handhelds that are too damn expensive. And people, oh, it's so much better than the Steam Deck. And look, bro, I'm not paying $1,000 for a handheld. Not when they say, well, everything is an Xbox. Since everything's an Xbox, guess what? I don't have a problem with the Switch 2, but you know, to each his own. Knee pads. Press forward while holding down to crawl. Okay, yeah, we can crawl now. Look at that. Look at that. Well, I can't really complain about the games right now, because, you know, I can't complain anyways. But, I mean, I can't knock nobody saying that right now. But it follows the similar cycle that most consoles have. When the PS4 dropped, it wasn't really a lot. When the PS5 dropped, it wasn't really a lot. It ain't even a year old yet, so I kind of like, I'm not gonna bitch about the Switch 2 yet. Oh, look at that. I'll give it some time before I get to saying too much about the Switch 2, because I actually need to play more of my Switch 2. But yeah, I feel you if, you know, if it's not your thing. I can't do nothing but respect that. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not an eternal optimist. So I'm not always optimistic about certain things. But I can understand. As long as it comes from logic. If it ain't logical, I can't respect it though. Because, I don't know, it'd be a lot of illogical ass arguments on the internet. And I'm like, man, where the hell did that even come from? I see, let me see. I'm really curious on what all we're gonna see for that console. But yeah, I'm ready to see whatever the next Legend of Zelda they make is gonna be like. On the bright side, if GameCube 2 flop like GameCube 1, PC games on Steam will finally be better optimized like they done for the Steam Deck. Yeah. True. That's something a lot of developers really need to focus on. Optimization. That shit is like, man, Jesus Christ. You want to talk about something that needs to happen? I ain't worried about graphics. I'm worried about optimization. I get tired of getting new games that don't run right. Oh, well, it's your system. It's not my system. You guys just ain't optimizing games. For example, when I was playing Daemon X Machina Titanic Scion, it did a lot of damn stuttering. And it's not because, oh, hey, maybe your settings are turned up high. It just wasn't, you know, optimized. And they don't think about that. Yeah, exactly. That's the main thing I hate hearing. They jump so fast to that. And I'm like, no, it's you not optimizing your game. Just like they be like, they always use an Unreal Engine. Those games are ugly. If everyone picks the same damn art style, that's not our fault. You can make an array of different type of art styles in Unreal Engine. Nobody told you to follow the trend of, oh hey, I want to make realistic games all the time. Like I played Rogue Trader for a bit and my PC sounded more when I... Exactly, see? I can't really necessarily hear my PC from here, but oh, I know when it's having some problems. Trust me, I know. And I think the next thing I'm gonna put on this PC is gonna be like a solid state hard drive or whatever. They're trying to get me out of here. I don't know, man. That's something I just can't stand though. Playing an unoptimized game, knowing it could be like so much better. but they won't optimize it. Oh god. It's the engine. It's not the engine, you idiot. How many polygons does that thing on the screen have? And is it really needed to be that way? Uh-oh, I'm about to go. Oh, that's not good. Oh, we gotta go pick up that power up again. Oh well. I forgot to save, I guess. Rookie mistake. It's alright. But yeah, man, I don't know. Games that are considered flops, like, what was it? And I don't know, that's something I'm gonna talk about too. Games that are so-called considered flops recently have went back and optimized their games, but you know, some of these other companies are like, no, we don't have to do that. For example, Lost Soul Aside, which isn't a flop, and I'm gonna say it, it might not have sold well, I don't know. I haven't tracked the sales numbers. To me, that's not what makes a game a flop or not. But anyways, it started out rough, and I'm not gonna lie. That's why I was like, oof, oh, I'll wait to some updates, because I was seeing things load in all weird, and I was like, I ain't doing this. I'll wait. Now it runs great, but it, like, when it first starts, it takes a while because it loads all the shape, like, what is it? Compiles all the shaders? I think that's what it does. But it runs great now. I'm like, see, that's all you had to do. But you know, some I have to say. Some gamers hop on that whole train of hating stuff just because their favorite content creator or influencer hates it too. So there was a content creator I know by the Gamers Joint. He started off ripping the game a new one because we waited so long for it, but at the same time it was for a long time just one person making that game. It wasn't until Sony wanted to pick it up that he actually got like a team behind him, and really it was more so a proof of concept and not a full game that he really wanted to make. But you know, whatever. And now the same content creator that ripped it a new one went back and praised the game. I'm like, see, this is why you wait before you start popping off at the mouth. But you know, that's asking for too much too, you know. There it is. Make sure I hit a save point this time, so I don't have to do all this over. But yeah, man, you really made a point with that one. 'Cause I ain't gonna front you. I get tired of hearing people whine about the Unreal Engine. It's not the engine itself. Devs are lazy. As someone who wants to develop a game, and will probably someday, you know, I noticed that. I'm like, man, because me and my friends, we talk about these kind of things a lot. We talk about optimization and limited art styles that these studios be doing and stuff like that. For example, you know, we mentioned, it was mentioned in another chat I was in earlier about open world games. People getting tired of them. I don't blame people for saying that, and I can't lie. Open world, like I said, ain't for every game. But if you're gonna make an open world game, at least make it interesting. Stop trying to copy other people. Make it interesting. That's all I ask. Don't just, oh, well, it's open world. Okay, now what? Well, it's open world. You know, that's as far as we got. We got a little story here, but yeah. For example, Pillars of Eternity runs like crap on PS4, but all they had to do was rearrange the files and fix the loading, and they did. On PC only. You know, I hate that type of shit. I'll give you an example. Myself. A lot of fighting games had terrible netcode. Terrible, absolutely awful netcode. Know what happened? They basically went in and said, hey, let's release a rollback netcode update. And where did they do it at? And I'm looking at a specific company. That company is Arc System Works. Where did they do it at? PC. Ask me if some of them games got rollback netcode on console, and the answer is no. Absolutely not. Why? I don't know. There's still a bunch of people on console. You don't want to cater to your base of fans, you know? Kind of weird, but yeah. Kind of silly to me. Just like, I gotta say it, love the game to death. When they re-released when they reintroduced Samurai Showdown, they should have made crossplay with the rollback. That way the game could have been played cross consoles. The game's fun, but man, it took so long for them to add rollback that people lost interest in the game. They regained the interest, but they was like, why not add crossplay? And they didn't. And they still won't. Kind of silly to me. But I digress about that issue. I don't know, man. Gotta wonder what goes through these people's heads sometimes when it comes to these games and the decisions they make with them. I'll tell you another game that runs terrible though, and somebody might be able to attest to this. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I don't know what it is about that game, but it ran like shit. And I'm like, this is supposed to be the game that everybody was so hype about? There shouldn't even be pop-in. Like, it was so, like, it was some things about that game that, you know, I just made me stop playing it. One, I don't like the whole gacha for, like, blades and stuff. I don't like that. Fun game, but I don't like that. And two, for it to be a Switch game, which I mean, whatever, you know, your opinion on that one, but for it to be a Switch game and to be so, you know, highly talked about, sure doesn't run like it. I was in this one area, what is it, the Cloud Sea or whatever? And I was like, okay. Couldn't really see anything at first. Pop in like crazy. I'm like, what the hell is going on here? Why is there so much pop in? They talking about, oh, well, we release updates. The game still ran like trash. So what did you update? Monster Hunter World was very well optimized for PS4, though gotten at least 1,000 hours in that, and loading times was like 10. Exactly. That game ran real good. Even though it wasn't my cup of tea, the game ran really good. Not gonna lie. Yeah, there we go. Now we ain't got to do that over again. Health expansion. There's something over here, right? Hell yeah. Oh, this is where we were. You died a terrible death, buddy. There's more where that came from. Don't worry about it. Let's see. I'll tell you one thing I do want Nintendo to do. Be quicker about putting older games on the online service. There are still games that just haven't even been thought about to be put on that online service. And yeah, I don't like it. Oh, okay. Well, we could do that with that one area then. For example, the game that I played not too long ago should have been on that online service, but you know, I guess that's asking for too much. Diddy Kong Racing should have been there. Y'all put damn near every other Rare game. Except Donkey Kong 64 and Diddy Kong Racing. Why not? I don't know. People go, well, they make up any type of asinine excuse. Well, they gotta get the licensing agreement because they don't really own. I'm not trying to hear that. Y'all got Killer Instinct, and that's not even something that, you know, you would think be there. Y'all got GoldenEye. Y'all got so much stuff. Jet Force Gemini. Just so many other Rare games not there. And the way that they slow dripping the whole thing is kind of infuriating. Not gonna lie. That and you know, what's this? It is the control panel for the cannon. Looks like there's a part missing. Okay. But yeah, they drip feeding us on that, and I don't like it. Also, what they're drip feeding us on is those Switch 2 updates for games. Weapon acquired, machine gun. Press start. I recommend using map markers, by the way. Okay. Huh. Let's see. Okay, yeah, I see what you're talking about. But yeah, those Switch 2 updates, they slow on those. There's so many Switch 1 games that I want to try. Out of the way, he's mine. But I want to see them on like updated hardware. Oh. And I really do want to see them on updated hardware. Like I want to play Astral Chain, but I want to see what that looks like on updated hardware. Oh, got me. What else? It's a bunch of Switch 1 games I want to play. I wouldn't mind playing what is it? Ring Fit Adventure? More of that. pretty fun. I don't blame you for emulating that. I probably ain't got... Well, I probably need to switch my weapon. You know, that might help. Bullet hell? Poorly optimized, but I could get out of dimension levels at 60 frames per second just fine at least. Large cities, not so much. Oh, we have to go down here and pick it up again. Oh. I really hope they do something with that game. That's all I'm saying. And it's kind of weird to know that we may or may not get a sequel to that. Because, you know, I don't know who all from Platinum worked on that, but certain people from Platinum left. And I don't know if that has effect on that, but we'll see. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking. That's what me and my friend was talking about. I don't know if, you know, we're gonna be alright. Uh-oh. I'm just eating damage. It's fine. I'd like Platinum to re-release Anarchy Reigns or something. Andromeda, even after all the updates, it still brings the epic. Talking about Mass Effect Andromeda? Damn, that's the closest I had got to killing it. We'll do that again. Switch my weapon. Okay. Okay. I don't feel bad for pre-ordering certain games, but it's usually at the very last second when I do it, when I know for sure I want it. If I pre-order a game, best believe I want it. I'm not one of those people like, I shouldn't have done that. Ah, have to get better at dodging. But yeah, so many games I wouldn't mind seeing on again. Hell, I kind of wish Platinum Games would re-release Mad World, but I know that ain't happening. Man, Microsoft is sitting on that shit and ain't letting it bulge. Like, they're like, nope, it's ours. Got him. Health expansion. I would like to see Lost Odyssey on other things than just, you know, Xbox 360. People talk about Clair Obscure so much, which, I mean, they should, but that game is literally what inspired it. There's another game, Railway Key, that inspired it. I'll be streaming said game later when I'm done with, like, completely done with Digimon or something. It was on 360 and maybe PS3, but I don't remember if it was on PS3. And it got re-released on PS4. That was Mario and Luigi. What is it? Legend of Dragoon? Maybe? Lost Odyssey. Super Mario RPG. And another game. The same game I'll be streaming later. You'll see it. There's a good amount of other RPGs and stuff that I really love to play, and I'm gonna get around to it. Like, I haven't played a single Star Ocean game on this Twitch channel yet, and that's a shame. I'll get around to it though. Like, I got the latest one, but I ain't even attempted to play it yet. It's just sitting on my desktop. And I wanted it really bad when it first came out, but I was like, nah, I'll wait. There was one that I beat, and it came out on PS4. What was it? Integrity and Faithlessness? I beat that one. Symphony of the Night. I'm gonna tell you what game should be on PC, but isn't. Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise. That game should have been on PC. Don't know why it's not, but yeah. Ammo expansion. We got all the Yakuza games in the world, and that Fist of the North Star is pretty much a reskinned Yakuza in a way. At release, it'll be the shitty Requiem version. PS1 version is the best version. I can believe that. But yeah, Fist of the North Star, Lost Paradise, game was pretty fun. Battles were, man, some of the battles, man, quite the spectacle, but it matches up to the show. Okay. Man, I really would go through my PS4 library and check quite a few things to see what all isn't on other consoles. I know it's quite a few games, but you know, it's crazy, man. I'm gonna tell you what console had a lot of had a good amount of hidden gems on it, but people would never know. The Wii. Oh, them stupid motion control. Hey, tell you now, some of them games that people never heard of were pretty damn good. The one that I was playing, that that one deserves a re-release for sure, and people would play the hell out of it if it was ever re-released. Pandora's Tower, man, that game's good. I know. Giving her the beast meat. Aaron, I need flesh. We'll see that. Ah, man, I can't wait to play that again. You get to whip that damn chain around, snatch the monsters up, ripping flesh off. Man, good stuff. You get to swing them around with the chain. Swing them into other enemies. That game was fun. I got another game too that was a pretty good game. I can't tell you how great it is, but it was part of the whole Mistwalker collection that everybody was talking about at that time. You had Lost Odyssey. You had Xenoblade Chronicles. You had Last Story, and you also had Pandora's Tower. I know we ain't getting up there. Let's see. So, all those games were highly talked about. They were good. I still need to sit down and play Mad World. I need to replay No More Heroes 1 and 2, so I could play 3, but I'm gonna do 1 and 2 on this channel at some point. I've beaten both of those, so really I could just jump straight to 3. Heard 3 was a disappointment, and I wouldn't be surprised if that's true. The one game that I do see that looks interesting, but it kind of bothers me, is Romeo is a Dead Man. That game looks very interesting. The only thing I hate is that it's episodic. I haven't heard about a game in episodic in so long. I always used to hate that shit. But we'll see. I hope if you buy one, you don't have to worry about, scooping up all the other episodes for a large price. If we buy one, we need to be able to get all the other ones. But we'll see. We can't say much when the likes of Final Fantasy Remake exists, and that's in pieces. It's hit or miss on that. I can't dunk on Rebirth because I haven't played it. The remake was okay. I know certain story elements piss off a lot of people, which I'm like, I get it. I do get it though. But I'm not so stuck to where I gotta be like, you messed up a masterpiece. I'd probably feel that way if it was 10 though, because Final Fantasy X is one of my favorites. Is my favorite Final Fantasy, actually. But yeah. And let me go find. Yeah, I mean, the thing about me is this. A game can be a bad game, but there's always gonna be. Man, look, there's video essays on that game on YouTube debunking a lot of shit that people talk about that game. I guarantee you if they re-released that game and took out the motion inputs or made that just optional, people would be loving that game, especially after this Metroid Prime 4. People would be loving that game. I don't have a problem with Other M. I haven't played it, but I can tell you now, it looks fun. I'm gonna play it. I'm gonna get a copy or something, or get my hands on playing it. Let me make sure my emulator and stuff like that will handle all that first. My Dolphin bar will work correctly for emulation, and I'll get my hands on it because it looks fun. People, oh, it's the dialogue. Yet I hear bitching about the dialogue in Prime 4. So what do y'all really want? What do y'all want? Tell you another game. And I come for... man, look. I'm going to say it just like this. I might be a fan of a lot of different video game characters and stuff like that. But I'm just here to tell you. The fan base has pissed me off. I don't really particularly like a lot of Mega Man fans. I can get along with them, but they get to be a bit over the top. Them, worst game isn't even Metroid Prime 4, still Metroid 1 on the NES. That game is torture. I'm not surprised to hear that. But yeah, Mega Man fans and Sonic fans, I don't really like a lot of them. I can get along with them. I don't really support their opinions on certain things. I'm cool if it makes sense, but then they get a little weird. I'm gonna tell you why. And those two fandoms are like mirror. It's like a mirror looking at each other. One, people always talk about, you know, the greatness of 8-bit Mega Man. And I'm like, yeah, 8-bit Mega Man's good, but the games that I like of Mega Man aren't 8-bit. They're the games that so-called were bad, but now is being heavily bought from. Mega Man 7, 8, and 11 I enjoyed a lot. A lot. Especially 8. I think 8's my favorite. But yeah. Mega Man and Bass, I love. Except Mega Man's part. I can't stand his part because I see the shortcomings of that game. The X series, you know, I like it a lot. Hell, the first game I ever beat, which if anybody read my About section would know, was Mega Man X. I beat that in kindergarten. When I was sick with the chicken pox. Back when, not to be that guy, but back in my day, we didn't have save slots and stuff. We had passwords. What's that? You want to get back to where you were? You better write this password down. But yeah, I don't really have a problem as much as most people. I can see. Yeah, that's the thing. Some of those games never even had a save file to begin with. You just had to put in a password. If you didn't put in a password, you were starting the game all over. From the beginning. Every time. So yeah, we have regressed. Remember when Metal Gear Survive sold you extra save slots? Yeah. But yeah. I don't really have a problem with X6 per se. Other than, you know, some of the level design is kind of ass. I ain't gonna sit here and lie to you. I'm not one of those people like, everything about that game, oh, it's just the greatest. I mean, no, I see the shortcomings. I definitely see the shortcomings. On extreme, oh yeah, I bet. Maybe someday when I'm ready to subject myself to madness. X7, I can understand why people dislike it. It's okay. Nothing special. Other than when our boy came into the picture, Axel. It had a lot of unique things that I liked about it. But, you know, I'm not going to sit here and be like, oh man, it was just awesome. It wasn't. I think there's some kind of project or something to fix that game. And I'm curious to see what all they fix. I'll put that on the list to do. You, Tina. But yeah, I'm curious to see what they do. I know there's a project for like overall quality of life improvement for X5, and I think there's one for X6, like a fixed X6 or something. I'm curious to see what that ends up being. And I'm gonna tell you what game gets a really bad rap, but does not deserve it. But thanks to the Mega Man fandom and its infinite stupidity, it gets a bad rap. X8. There is absolutely nothing wrong with X8. Other than that being the last game that we got. People's like, it's such a bad game. I'm like, are you serious? And I'm like, oh yeah, I heard about DOS. I think I've seen somebody's remaking that. Somebody's remaking that. Because I think I've seen a demo of it on YouTube. They're remaking some of the Game Boy Mega Man games too. Like the one with Star Droids or something. I think I've seen that too. And I can't wait for that. I'm looking forward to that. Look who just popped up online. The man, the myth, the legend, the Baron. But yeah. If I find the YouTube video, I'll post it in the chat. I'll look for it in a second though. But I'll say this. The whole reason I don't like those two fandoms is because they just get obnoxious with their shit. It's okay that if, you know, Mega Man 8-bit holds a special place in your heart. That's cool. That's great. Devil May Cry 2? Oh yeah, I know all about it. I remember when that game dropped. Oh, the vitriol. The vitriol. I can't even remember the chick's name in that game. But yeah. the thing about what was I saying? Oh yeah, those two fandoms. They hold special places in their hearts for the likes of 8-bit Mega Man. Because I even see people, which I mean, I'm gonna say it. I understand the gripe of people saying, this new Mega Man game looks a lot like 11, and I don't like it. But I'm also one of the people that say, hey, we're just seeing small things right now. We ain't really seeing too much of it. Wait and see. I'm not super duper hype, but you know, I'm not pessimistic over it either, saying this game's gonna suck because it looks just like 11. We don't know that, and it's too early to call that. I don't know, man, people be sensationalizing shit, and I don't like it. But yeah, the obsession with 8-bit Mega Man and 2D Sonic drives me mad. I swear it drives me mad. I don't understand it. Oh. Do we have to, Oh, okay. Can't do nothing with them right now. But yeah, I get it. You have some fun times, and nostalgia just makes you feel all warm and fuzzy on the inside when it comes to those two games. But you have to let the shit go. The last 2D Sonic game we had, a lot of people claim to not like. The stages were great. The boss fights were harder, but I ain't gonna say they were just like hard as balls. Some people act like they were the hardest thing on earth, but they weren't. We weren't playing a Souls game. Some elements of it was a pain in the ass, and I'm not gonna like sugarcoat that. I see some things, but I'm not like, oh, it's just impossibly hard. Nah, it's doable. It's just a pain in the ass. But hey, y'all said Sonic games be too easy. They gave you what you wanted. And they called that game a flop, but it really didn't flop. It sold a lot better than what people thought. Just like they're trying to call Cross Worlds a flop. It sold a lot better than people thought. A lot of times people just run with narratives. But that's the whole reason I don't listen to a lot of influencers. I'll watch a video and I'll be like, huh, interesting. But I'm not like, oh man, I completely, this influencer speaks for me. No, they don't. I'm sorry, they don't. I know how to think for myself after watching the video. But yeah. 2D Sonic is good. And I'm not one of those people that go, hey, Sonic 2 was the best Sonic ever. I'm not one of those. And I'm also not one of the people who run around saying Sonic Adventure was the best 3D Sonic. Because it's not. I'd really have to think about it. But for everything, like I get the whole, oh man, it did a lot of things. I get it. It did do a lot. But it did not age well. That's one of the things it did not do. Even with mods, it didn't age well. And I get, oh well, Sonic Adventure 2, it just, they don't even have valid reasons for hating that game half the time. They just say these magic words. It tried too hard. What does that mean? Can you explain that? Well, that's what you get. I'm like, dude, get out of here. If you can't articulate your point, don't talk to me. I don't like that at all. Nothing pisses me off more than when somebody's trying to say something. But yeah, go ahead. What is it? ointment. I see if it's gonna be something. I'd be like, eh. Castlevania. Oh, I've never played it. Most miserable play experience of my life. I've never played it. I can't agree or disagree. I don't even know what console that came out on. So. But yeah, I don't know, man. Those two fan bases are too fickle for my blood half the time, and I'm like, no, I'm not trying to hear this shit. I'm not saying it's the worst game ever, because I play bad games for PS2 standards. It was all. Oh wait, that's the one with Wait, I know that game. What's his name? I forgot that character's name, but he's on the front. He's the guy you play as. Yeah, Hector. I just couldn't recall his name. But yeah, I kind of wanted that. And I was like, I can't find it. But I'll get it. And I'll suffer through it. I think, in all honesty, they should attempt to make another 3D Castlevania for like modern, not modern audiences, but for like a modern console. But we have to wait for them to make a Castlevania, because you know, back in the day, like when we was like in middle school and high school, we used to trade games left and right. And I know that was one game I used to see one of my friends with. And yeah. No. I know I got Lament of Innocence from a game exchange. Oh, we can't get there yet. Whatever. But yeah, I'll get around to playing it. Probably be off screen. I don't know. I need to actually play more stuff off screen. Most of the time I'm too busy playing for stream. But I try not to get too engrossed in games to where, you know, I'm spending all my time. Because there is other things you have to do sometimes. That's all. Gamer or not. But yeah. I'll tell you what game I do want to play, and it will be played on this channel at some point. Castlevania Judgment. I know all of the designs are like really out there, but I don't care. I'm gonna play it. And they should re-release that. Oh God. Cause it was pretty neat looking or whatever at the time. Heard the controls are ass, but you know, that's not surprising. It was a Wii game. But if they re-released it, I bet people would have a blast with it, because people like arena fighters, and for some strange reason, that has some kind of like, I think people have tournaments for that game, and I'm like, really? Huh. But yeah, I remember Curse of Darkness. I just could never call that guy's name. What, he was like it was two guys that worked together. Wasn't that like Hector and Shaft or something like that? Or am I wrong about that? I don't know. I know Hector is Isaac. That's who it was. Yeah, that's what I remember. Oh God. Fight our way there. We're trying to live. Live. Oh God. I said we're trying to live, but what just happened? What happened? It's alright. We'll get back there. Y'all trying to offer me I'll take that offer later, but yeah. I don't know, man. Like, to me, certain gamers nowadays are kind of weird. I'm not even gonna lie to you. They be having weird reasons to dislike shit. And I'm like, that don't even make sense. But, you know, whatever. To each their own. It ain't even the fact that they dislike something that I like. It just don't make sense sometimes. Oh yeah, speaking of, since you're here, you got around to playing Sonic Racing Cross Worlds, Wakafume? Not yet? You'll get around to it. But I'll give you a piece of advice. Don't play it online until you play through the Grand Prix. You need all your slots for your plate, for your gadgets. You get those slots, and then you'll be alright. That's my piece of advice. Otherwise, if you jump online and try to play, you will be dusted because you don't really have like 1 or 2 slots. Really, I think it's 1 slot initially. But you unlock all 6 slots and then jump online. That's my advice. Otherwise, you're going to have a real bad time. You're going to have a real bad time. Because you're not going to have the space to do anything. Allows you to see damage inflicted on players and enemies. Yeah, you have to level up. Like, don't get me wrong, and I know it's a raging debate between the internet and shit. Between, what is it? Sonic Racing Cross Worlds and Mario Kart World. It's gonna sound biased to me, but I enjoy Cross Worlds because it's the harder racing game. The reason it's the harder racing game is because, you know, yeah, it's a bit more skill involved in that game. Yeah, sometimes items do save your ass, but it's more skill involved in Cross Worlds. Way more skill. And that's like hands down. I ain't trying to hear anything else, because I know it's true. But yeah, Mario Kart World is cool. I just haven't really sat down and played much more after, like, what was it? I unlocked all the carts, then I was playing online. When the game was punishing me for like, punishing everyone at the time for actually playing the damn game. Because, you know, the better you race sometimes, the better computer items were, and they nuke you at the very last second. and you be like, what in the hell is going on? I'm supposed to drift. I'm supposed to do all this. That got annoying. That initially turned me off from it. I don't mind playing online though. I just haven't. I've been wrapped up in Crossworlds. Crossworlds is fun. A lot of fun. So yeah. Weapon acquired, throwing knives. Start to change equipment. Okay. We get to do what that one guy did and throw them knives like that. Cool. But yeah. I think they kind of screwed themselves with that game. I'm gonna tell you why. The whole open world thing. Now if you release DLC, you have to make a whole nother region just to release it. You can't just release... Oh god. You can't just release tracks and be like, oh well, yeah, we put DLC in it. No, that's not gonna be accepted. That's not gonna fly now. And another thing, people were asking for it and it should have happened. Why the hell did they not put a story mode in the game? It should have been a story mode or something. If you're gonna copy games who've done their games like that, go all the way. Like, at first, you know, Mario Kart was just a kart. You weren't, you know, driving, boating, and you're not flying in Mario Kart World. I'm gonna say that right now. That's not flight. I don't care what anybody, that's not flying. Gliding around, oh yeah, that's the first Mario Kart I ever played, was on Super Nintendo. I like that one, even though a lot of people are like, it was ass. That game was like a pain in the ass when it came to like CPU items, but you know, I like it. I like it more than I like Mario Kart 64. I think Mario Kart 64 is one of the most overrated Mario Kart games ever. And I stand on that. It was fun, but it's overrated. It's a funny thing you mentioned Super Mario Kart. One of my friends thought I was lying. He's younger than me. Thought I was lying when I said, no, it's a Super... Let's see, the highest rated Mario Kart at least... Oh yeah, I love Super Circuit. Super Circuit and Double Dash and DS. I like DS as well. I didn't play, what is it? Mario Kart 7? Didn't really get to play that. It doesn't look like I missed out on much either. But yeah. I love Super Circuit. I played that back in the day on my Game Boy. My Game Boy Advance. Love it. Let me go back and save. They got that on the online service for Game Boy Advance, if I'm not mistaken. It's a very fun game. Actually, they released a mod for that game that makes it run in 60 frames per second. And I actually patched my ROM of that. I don't know how great it does. I mean, I can't really tell the difference per se, other than just noticing the game looks like it runs a little better. I can't go, oh man, I really see the improvements, because I'm like, I haven't really sat down enough to play it. But yeah, they dropped a patch for that, and I swiftly patched the game. But I do like that. Because I like the levels from that game. Might have to turn on high res. Oh yeah. For sure. I mean, it's already there. I got it in, you know, high res. I think a lot of the terrain looks a lot better. I will say that much. But in terms of like how it affects the gameplay, I haven't sat down long enough to play to find out. But yeah, I like Super Circle. And I like what they did with it. Only thing I don't like about it is you just didn't have no unlockable characters. That's it. The stages were way better than 64. I know people are like, whoa, it's the first 3D Mario Kart. How could you not like it? Because I played Diddy Kong Racing, and Diddy Kong Racing is arguably the better game. Hands down, all the way around. If it were not for Diddy Kong Racing, we wouldn't have half of the shit we have in the racing games nowadays. That game really did do a lot for racing. And Mario Kart is the whole reason there's kart racing. I don't want to hear that. I don't care. I get it, but I don't care. They started the whole 3 vehicle thing. And I'm going to say this too. I'm going to lay it all out there. Because I think I've laid it out there before. But, you know, I'll lay it out there again. Diddy Kong Racing gave us 3 vehicles. It gave us a racing game with a story mode. What came afterwards that ironically has damn near the same type of abbreviation? You got DKR. Later on PlayStation came CTR, Crash Team Racing. What did that do? Gave us a racing game with a story mode that was very, if you squint and look at the story mode of CTR and Diddy Kong Racing, you'd be like, wait, it's the same damn story. Only difference is you just have one vehicle. CTR is a very technical racing game, but it borrowed heavily from Diddy Kong Racing. Heavily. So heavily. But that's fine. That's cool. Nitro Fueled was the newest version of that, which, you know, once again, same thing. Just a little bit better. Some of the stages from the PS2 and GameCube era games that I never really got to play. What is it, like Nitro Kart and Tag Team Racing? Can't tell you much about those. Never played them. Will I play them someday? Off screen. But yeah, if it were not for the likes of Diddy Kong Racing, we would not have the games that we have nowadays. Sonic and All-Star Racing. Great game. Very fun game. Transform, the game that I tried to play the other day, which, I mean, I think you were lurking in the chat the other day when I was attempting to play it. But I finally did get it working to show off what I was mentioning. And yeah, that really like jumped up and kind of perfected the whole 3 vehicle thing in a way. It really did. Sonic Racing Cross World is good, but I'm gonna tell you now, Transformed has some things about it that's way better. The flying is way better in that game. That's what I was showing off when I did get it to work, even though Steam fought the shit out of me on the whole controlling thing. The flying in that game is so much better than Crossworlds, and I'm not ashamed to say it. If someone throws an item at you in Sonic Racing Transformed, you can dodge. Oh hey, and you're flying around in that plane, you're dodging it. What's this, a blowfish coming my way? Let me just barrel roll to the left or the right. Oh, someone's about to crash into me. Let me just flip up or down. You can't beat that. I don't know why they took that out. It bothers me that they took that out actually, but you know, whatever. People may hate to admit it, but like I said, Diddy Kong Racing is a very important racing game to history. That ain't me glazing the game, that's just the God honest truth. If that game didn't exist, a lot of games nowadays wouldn't really have something to pull from for the whole multiple vehicle thing. So yeah. I guess I'll find a stopping point soon so I can show those other games off that I mentioned, the indie games. Oh, wow. Hey, at least I saved. Even though there was some progress I made that I didn't save, so it's fine. I'm gonna tell you a game that people hate that I actually don't think is that bad. It started out bad on certain consoles, so I can't talk about whatever ports that was bad because I wouldn't know. I only got 2 versions of the game. Mighty Number 9. Some people would argue me up and down about that, but yeah, wasn't that bad to me. And I know Mega Man fans. You take that back. I can point at a couple Mega Man games. That game is better than quite a few Mega Man games. That game is better than certain Mega Man games play the same. That's why I don't have a huge love of some of the 8-bit games, because a lot of them do play exactly the same with just like, oh hey, we added this, oh we took that away. It's like, what you do that for? But I tell you what, one thing Mega Man games never really disappoint in is music like that. You're gonna find some bangers in a Mega Man game. Regardless of how good or bad the game is, you're gonna find some bangers, music-wise. No lie. But yeah, I know some Mega Man fans would probably punch their damn screen if I said that around them, but I don't really give a damn. I don't hate the game. It was alright. I'm not like, oh man, I love it. I like it. I don't love it. I like it though. I wish KG and Afune had some sense and actually stuck with some of the shit. I know Mighty Gunvolt and Mighty Gunvolt 2 helped that game a lot, but you know, he should have been ready to make another one. The main thing was, at that time, what was it? There was a lot of controversy with the whole Kickstarter thing. And the art style, which I'm gonna say it, at the time he shouldn't even brought up hand-drawn art style, because there wasn't really a lot of games at that time that was running around with hand-drawn art style. And one company tried to do something good with that type of thing, but it didn't really work out, and it almost bankrupted them, and that's SNK. The whole 2D hand-drawn sprite type of thing came from KOF 13, and it almost bankrupted that company because it was that expensive at the time, even though now it ain't that expensive. And I don't know why fan bases like to think that if you return to the past when it comes to certain games that it'll just magically be great. You have some people out here who think there needs to be another sprite-based KOF. You have some people who think there needs to be another sprite-based Street Fighter. And I'm like, for what? We've already been there and done that. It's time to move on. Some gamers get stuck in the past and they never want to come back or, progress forward. Happens a lot. That's why I can say that I don't get along with a lot of gamers. I get a little trapped in nostalgia. I ain't talking from a pompous standpoint. I'm talking from a logical standpoint when I say that. They really do get trapped in nostalgia. And it's sad. I can acknowledge that a newer game in the series might be better than something that was older. And live with that. Them? You better not say that shit in front of them. There are research notes on the computer. The field test for the robot G7 Melchior, Melchior, that's what it is, Melchior, are underway. Hardware is working flawlessly and it managed to destroy all the targets in record time. Everything seemed to be going smoothly until yesterday. During a routine movement test, it started to behave erratically and killed 5 of our soldiers. We managed to shut it down for the moment, but who knows what will happen next. There must be some kind of bug in the operating system. Windows? I have asked everyone to stay away from it as it is highly dangerous and unpredictable. I see. Let me save here. We'll call it here, but I'm not done streaming. So, let me show you some stuff. Lakafume. Let's see. So, I mentioned Sparked Electric Jester. I'll start with one. So much stuff on my desktop. That's 2. This is 1. Okay. Uh-oh. It's doing it again, isn't it? Uh-oh. Let me look at something. Let's try it again. They always say restart. But yeah. I know I got everything scattered to the winds on this damn desktop. But hey, it's fine. There we go. I ain't gonna do much. Special challenges. Actually, let me do this. If it actually... Will it let me? No, it won't. Alright, so here's what we're gonna do. For whatever reason, it gets a little weird. Because, I guess it got used to me playing with a Xbox controller, but let me see. I can fix that right away. Spark. Here we go. Properties. Controller. Okay, yeah. Oh, the game's fun. Had fun playing it. I'm not surprised to hear that. Let me see. Can I use... You know what? We'll try part 3 first. Because usually... I don't have this problem. But yeah. Definitely be worth your time playing. They get so used to using like an Xbox controller. It's kind of weird, man. And this one works just fine. I think it's just like the older games. Somebody I know bought this game recently. So I hope he... Matter of fact, right there, War Bandit. He bought it recently. So let's see. It ain't gotta be... Yeah, we'll go here. First game started out pixelated. Second game went to 3D. Third game also went to 3D. So you'll see what it's... Well, you can already see what it's inspired by. This is on PC, Switch. I don't know if it's on PlayStation. I don't think it's on PlayStation. But yeah. The creator of this game started out making Sonic fan games, and then he eventually decided to make his own game, which is inspired by quite a few games, to be honest, but the most obvious one being Sonic. The first game has a lot of different powers that he could use. That hat that he's wearing is a jest. I mean, of course, it's a gesture hat, but that's how he uses his powers, through the hat. Let me see something. There we go. That's like his version of spin dash, I guess, or whatever. Here's one of the Jester powers. Reaper. I like it. It's really the only one he has in the game, but I like it. When I do quit being lazy, it's gonna be an emote. I wonder if the second game a show. Oh. The first game, it had the best power-ups and the best music. The second game has the best flow to it. Because when I tell you you could zoom in that game, they eventually had to patch it because of how fast the game was. Because you could lose all type of control because of how fast the character went. You feel like you fly right off the stage, which is, yeah, it was something. I'll tell you that. I beat the game, but, yeah. Just like I beat this one and the first one. But yeah, fun game. Of course, he has a light dash too, because you can't copy Sonic without that. There you go. And I'll show off a boss fight, then I'll show part 2. I got plushes of this character because he dropped like different plushes and stuff to like support certain things that he has going on. I'm still wondering if he's gonna drop a part 4. This game did really good though. We go to a boss fight. Let's see. Yeah, you do got a parry. There you go. I just wiped. Well, he ain't done yet, but yeah. I didn't parry that, but yeah. Got him. He's dead. Boss fights are pretty simple, but they can be kind of hard in this game if you don't know what you're doing. Alright, start off the second game. Which this game actually threw a lot of the second game's levels in here. Surprisingly. So that sparked Electric Gesture 3. Let's show 2. I played another game called Metro Gravity. Don't know if you heard of it. It's pretty good. I gotta get back to whatever I was doing on that game. Kind of hard. Because if you're not good at parrying, that game will clap you. It's like a rhythm adventure game or whatever. Not in the same vein as Crypt of the Necro. But yeah. Character is very thick. Alright, so let me see. I don't know what level to play to show off this game's speed. You can't even see the damn text. That needs to be fixed, but whatever. We'll try Shantoria. And of course, this character isn't Spark, it's his evil double. Fark, of all names. But yeah, he is robotic. He was built to replace Spark, but didn't happen that way. Or did it? Either way. Let me see, I gotta get my bearings now, because we're playing with a controller that okay, there we go. I typically don't, play with. Let me start on a simpler stage. We'll start here. Then I'll show a boss fight. Oh yeah, let me switch. Show off my powers. Got art? Okay. This is my plasma jester. His look a little different from Spark. Makes sense, because, Spark is an actual living, breathing creature versus Fark just being his robotic duplicate. So, you see my health bar, and then there's a blue bar beside it. That blue bar is, I forgot what that bar is called, but yeah, it fills up when you get combos and stuff. And you get all type of crazy damage and access to certain modes with these different things as well. Okay, yeah. I want to say it's just a combo bar. I could be wrong, but yeah. Switch again. Up. Now I'm in biker form. Thing about this game, which I haven't really showed it off, while you're running, if somebody attacks you, you can just hit that and you can run through the whole stage like parrying everything that's thrown at you. I didn't really show that, but yeah. I have to get my bearings. Alright, let me show off a boss fight. Let's see. A specific one. Hopefully I don't get clapped, but even if I do, whatever. See if they're gonna play that song for this one. There it is. Song makes you think of a certain franchise for sure. Oh. Oh shit, he's clapping me. Oh, he got me. Jump. Shit. He's gonna beat me. Man, my parry game sucks today. But it's been a minute. Your barrier changes colors based off your timing of your parry. So, a good parry is blue. A bad parry is red. A decent parry is yellow. Shit, he's kicking my ass. Damn, he got me. I probably lost the power up because no, I didn't. I probably ain't beating him. Not at the moment, but yeah. It was mostly to hear this song. Yep, dead. It's fine. You get the gist of things. I would say I'm gonna try to beat him. I'll try one more time. Edgy mode. Combos get better when that gauge is full. Oh shit, he's mad. shit, I had them. But yeah. Yeah, that's the gist of this game. I'll leave on the salt. I ain't upset though. I'm out of practice. But yeah, the Spark series is great. What else did I want to show you? Of course, you know what Bomber Cyberpunk is. Where is that Metro Gravity? Oh, here it is. Hopefully it don't act all weird like the other games did at first. Oh no, it ain't. Let's see. Kind of reminds you of Gravity Rush because, you know, all the twisting and turning you do in this game. Her attacks, if you hear, makes musical notes. Her steps, depending on where she's stepping or what the melody of the place you're at is or whatever, kind of goes with the beat. I don't know how he made that happen, but I like it. Let me see. See if I can go to a different area. Show you what combat is like in this game. I think there's some stuff down here I could fight. I'm out of practice, so I might get clapped. No? There was always a squid or something down here. Oh, I went the other way. Let me see. Oh, we can go that way, actually. I think this guy, other than like Gravity Rush, of course, might have been inspired by the likes of Pseudo Regalia, which is also another indie game that people talk about. I haven't played it yet, because the whole style of this game reminds me of that. Let me see. This game got a lot of interesting puzzles. Like this room right here was a very interesting puzzle with that water block. Let's see. Let me see. Go back to menu real quick. See if I could call elevator. That's what I want to do. Now I know I can find something. There we go. She has to use this to parry, and it has to be with the rhythm, as you saw the metronome. Otherwise, if it's out of rhythm, you might die. She can manipulate gravity. She has different things that she could use. But yeah, it's a very interesting game. I like the soundtrack. It's very good, worth a try. Not because, oh hey, the character. I wouldn't care if the character was a stick figure. Really wouldn't. But let's see. Is there any other? I think you might have seen me play Advent Neon. No Straight Roads is another fun game as well. It's a music-based game, action adventure. You can co-op with it. Um, they got a sequel coming out. It's worth playing, but I'm gonna stop there and give some shout-outs now. Definitely, if you know, interested, you should definitely check those games out. You might like them. You just might like them. Shoutouts to. I ain't forgetting about her, but yeah. Tomorrow, I'll be back on Digimon. Probably beat it tomorrow, actually. We'll see. But yeah, I did enjoy Guns of Fury. Look forward to playing more of it. The next game that I play afterwards, though, I really, really look forward to that one. Did I miss any? Oh, yeah. But yeah, I appreciate y'all watching. I'll at y'all later. Y'all take care. And I'll see some of y'all tomorrow. Later.